Oscar?
What?
Wake
what?
up.
What's going on? All right, okay.
Welcome,
3, 2, 1.
and welcome to Sussex Waves.
Coming up on today's show, we'll be finding out about some of the college's bands.
And we've also interviewed the owner of a local vinyl shop.
And we'll be meeting up with a local band at the Tallyho, one of Eastbourne's local pubs.
So the theme of today's show is idols, people who have influenced their decisions in lives. Oscar, do you have an idol?
Not really.
So you're telling me that you do a music show and you don't have an idol?
Well, I guess not. Anyway, on with today's show. Coming up, we'll be meeting up with Toby Clark, a music tutor here at the college.
He gave us a rundown of the music course on offer.
So if you could tell us a bit about you and what you do here at the college.
My name's Toby Clark. I'm the performance lecturer on the music courses here at Sussex Downs on level 2, 3 and the BTEC course.
What are your opinions on the bands here at the college?
Well, the bands we have, there aren't as many. We don't have bands per se with students that work with each other in changing lineups. There are a few which have in the second year tend to join together, and they are generally very, very good. We have one group of second years, Leviathan at the moment, are probably amongst the best musicians we've ever had here, in my opinion. They're very good, very loud.
How long have you been doing this job for?
I've been the performance lecturer here for about 8 or 9 years, and I'm actually working with the students on stage, but I've been part of the music team since about 2001.
What instruments do you own and what instruments do you play?
Electric guitars, bass guitars, acoustic guitars, pedal steel guitar, lap steel guitar, harmonicas, percussion, my voice.
What are the music facilities like here?
Really good, second to none. We've got 8 fully equipped recording studios, 1, 2, 3 or 4 really good live rooms, dead rooms. We're running all the latest software, industry software. I think we've probably got the best setup amongst colleges on the southeast. So.
Are there any special events coming up to do with the music courses here?
Yeah, these guys that you saw who were just leaving, they are working towards their final major project, which is going to be down at the Burley Centre in town at Eastbourne College, I believe. And that's something they do every year. They work towards an end-of-year performance. So this is the actual last one.
And how successful have your former students been that have done this course?
Varied. We've had quite a few near successes. There were a group of lads 4 years ago. Your friends are architects, and they went on a massive tour all over England, around Europe, and at the last minute just failed to grab that record deal. They did really well. But the best success has been 2 guys who were on the course about 9 years ago, who formed the band Black Peaks, who have just had their first album released. It's a very, very good album. For a debut album, it is superb. And they've just been on a major headlining tour of England, and I think are in the top 10 of the iTunes rock charts, and that was the second day that their album was released. So they're doing very well, very proud of them.
And finally, what is your view on the current music scene in Eastbourne?
From what I understand, it's well, there is a music scene, but from what I understand, it tends to be more geared towards cover bands, which I do feel is a shame, because there are very few of the students that I deal with want to write and perform their own music. You know, it all seems to be up doing cover versions all the time. And when I was their age, you know, I just wanted to go and do as many gigs as I could of my own music. But the venues aren't there, that's the thing. You know, I was in Brighton and there were venues all over the shop that would put anybody on and doing anything. There were fabulous venues, there were lots of them. All the venues here seem to want cover bands, and there aren't that many venues here in Eastbourne, so it's not as healthy as it could be, I don't think. So we'll wait and see. The Printers Playhouse is, I think they're putting on a lot of original artists, so you know, it's a start.
Well, that looks like an amazing opportunity for anyone interested in music here at the college.
Absolutely. I wish I took that music course.
Dom, have you heard of this new amazing thing that came out recently? It's making a real storm in Eastbourne. They call it vinyl.
Vinyl. It does ring a bell. If only someone could remind me of what it is.
Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Michael Kitten and I'm the owner of Pebble Records.
What made you want to set up a vinyl shop in Eastbourne?
I had another business which was a bit boring and was running a website because I couldn't buy the music I liked in the UK at all. It's very specialist kind of indie pop stuff. So I set up a website and that was going okay. And then sometimes you get to a point in life when you just think, you know, my head's saying I could earn more money doing a job I hate, or I could earn less money doing, my heart's saying I could do a job that I love and earn a bit less, and I think sometimes you have to listen to your heart, so that's what I did. I work 7 days a week at the moment and love it, just look forward to coming to work every day.
What customers are you targeting? What age range?
I mean, obviously music appeals to all ages and across genders and everything. Our core audience, core customers are probably still, guys in their sort of 40s upwards who grew up like I did buying vinyl, pre-CD, pre-internet generation. But we do have a very good core of younger customers as well, teens and early 20s, who just like the idea of owning music on a physical format rather than just download.
Have you seen a decrease in vinyl when CDs became more popular?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely seen a lot more. Sure, like they were youngsters, but younger people coming in, buying vinyl, and it's really split. They're either really into it. We've got some, say teens, early 20s that come in, they just say their friends just don't get it at all. Well, why would you even want to own that? But someone else was saying that, you spent loads of money on MP3s and really's got nothing to show for it. And I think that's the appeal, is seeing that kind of a physical collection grow.
Yeah.
And someone said you can't really say to someone, come around and look at my collection of MP3s. It's a bit boring. So.
When did you start selling vinyls and why?
The website started 7 years ago, and it sold vinyl and CDs because indie scenes still kind of was always a vinyl. It's quite strong, particularly on 7-inch singles. But it was about 4 years ago, just noticed that a kind of a shift from where I was ordering more CDs and less vinyl, and it just started to turn, and then just started to order more albums and things rather than CDs. So it was quite over a sort of a year, 18-month period, there was a definite shift in what people, or the format people were buying it on.
Why do you prefer to sell vinyl instead of CDs?
I mean, quite happy selling anything really, that's, we're not that fussy, but it is the vinyl that makes a shop like this viable. Without the vinyl, I just don't think a shop like this would survive, or would be very hard work to survive. So it's a sort of 60-40 split, 60% vinyl, 40% CDs, but when it comes to turnover, it accounts for kind of 90% of the money we take. So it is really vitally important. So we do love selling vinyl.
Yeah. Live music scene is relatively new.
And the draw of small pubs in Eastbourne is pulling bands away from the more busy music scenes of Brighton and London.
To join the opening of the new vinyl shops in Eastbourne, new music gigs are being set up across the town.
On the last Thursday of every month, the local pub, the Tallyho, runs a music night for bands to play.
So this week, we sent Verta off off to the pub to find out more.
My name is Anthony Roberts. I run a music and entertainment agency called Upstage Music, and we supply live acts for events from small dinner parties up to large awards ceremonies. I also run a contemporary music night, which is all for original musicians, all performing their own music. That is run down at the old Tallyho, which is now called the Two Bull Steakhouse. It's the lounge bar. So we have a typical night would be 3 acts performing about 45 minutes to an hour set, and we get a good crowd down there. I've been looking for a setting that was, basically a good setting in Eastbourne that could accommodate what I wanted to put on. And it's more of a movement more than anything else, really. It is something which I think gives to the performers being able to play to patrons that want to hear their live original music. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to play in, and I've got 2 very dedicated partners in this night as well. Stuart Lee, who runs all the sound, and Sarah Bolland, who does all the sort of media marketing side of things. And yeah, it seems to be kicking off quite nicely. Yeah, so the Equatorial Group is a local Eastbourne band who are great. They also have some side projects, which are the Tall Brothers and Company Cow. They performed in the Equatorial Group performed in our opening night, which went down really well, and they've got a good following around Eastbourne and the surrounding areas, and I think they'll go far. At the Tallyho, I'd say, again, the Equatorial Group were probably the band that brought the biggest crowd. It's a night that we've been doing for about 6 months now, and Stuart and Sarah came on board about 3 months ago. It's a monthly event, last Thursday of every month. So we are going bigger and better as we go along. Jamie Lawson, who just had his #1 single, was in talks about coming down to play. I had him play at 2 of my nights that I did, one in Brighton, at one of my music venue up in London a couple of years ago. But obviously his success and fame has meant that he plays to a lot larger crowds, so yeah.
It's great to see that the music scene here in Eastbourne is getting bigger and bigger.
Even here at Sussex Downs, there's so many budding musicians ready to show their talents and represent Eastbourne.
So, who are you and what do you do?
Tomorrow I play bass and keyboard.
Okay.
I'm Jack and I play drums.
I'm Alex and I play bass.
I'm Lawrence and I play guitar.
I'm Rowan and I play guitar.
I'm Kane, I play guitar and sing.
I'm Ollie and I play keyboard.
Awesome. And just like an overall question to any of you guys, what do you think about the college bands?
Decent.
I wouldn't say there's really bands, it's just groups we play in. Yeah.
Can't just mix it up and mix and match whenever we need to. So we've got someone from the other group who comes in here, sings for us every now and then.
We like to share.
Yeah. Sharing is caring.
Members are shared between classes.
Yeah.
And do you guys do a lot of like gigs outside of the college?
Some of us do. Like, you guys do, don't you?
We have done.
We did,
yeah.
but like,
I did a fair few, but we do a few college gigs every now and then.
Yeah, we had the midway gig at Printers. That's pretty good.
Yeah. There's one at the Archery Youth Centre as well. That's pretty good.
I mean, the stage is miles terrifying. And the tissue paper.
Do you guys have any bands like outside of the college that you're in? Because I know you kind of got like a college band, and I'm guessing a few have like a band outside of college.
Yeah.
Attempting to form one, but I currently have 2 bassists, neither of which practice. So that's going well.
I'm in one with someone in the other group, Joel.
Yeah, I know Joel.
What's the name of that band?
2-4.
2-4.
Dropping a mixtape soon. It's 5.
Chuck them a like on Facebook.
Mixtape is
Give us a share.
And the last question, what do you think about the current music scene in Eastbourne?
Yeah,
It's great.
It's like you
work.
can't sugarcoat that. It's not good.
It's difficult to get a gig around Eastbourne, it really is.
It's mainly like a few venues.
Yeah, I mean, my last band was going sort of like Crawley way, trying to get gigs instead of Eastbourne.
Was it just Crawley?
Horsham, yeah.
They have
Horsham as well. It was sort of going that distance
that.
because the scene in Eastbourne is just really difficult to get a gig.
Need
Do
more
you
venues
think
as well.
it's kind of because there's loads of cover bands, or just not enough people doing the original material?
It's a lack of venues.
Lack of venues, yeah. And the venues that are around, they're kind of, to put it bluntly, they're kind of terrible. It's like the underground, the sound that you can get in that isn't great.
That's still a more play, like most of the venues that bands play at tend to be sort of like pubs and that nowadays, sort of around Eastbourne. So if you're looking for a sort of smaller band, the music seems fine. But as soon as you're sort of trying to progress beyond that, it becomes a bit more difficult.
Right. Not good for people starting out as well. It's like a handful of places that actually do live music, and then most of them just say, "Can you do a few hours?" So apart from buskers, there's not many places that just say, "Yeah, you just turn and play stuff, a few songs."
So printers have like jam night, you can show up like play.
Yeah, I mean, they've started like.
Yeah.
That's how recent are they? So they've not been around too long. But that's good because that's in the middle of town as well.
So, throughout today's show, we've been talking to people about their musical idols, and it's great to see such a broad range of influences here in Eastbourne. So, Oscar, have you decided on your idol yet?
Not really. So to play us out today, we have Jack here, a music student from the college.
Gotta get away from this town, I'll give it up. Been waiting for a long time now. I'll see you in a month. I've lived here my whole life, and now I think it's time to try. 'Cause we got what we need, and that's why I've got to leave. So hold on till I go, and I'll see you when I come back home. I remember when I was young, I had ambitions, but I didn't want to tell no one. Parents told me when I grow up, I should be humble and remember what I've been told. I know it's difficult, but only God knows. 'Cause we got what we need, and that's why I've got to leave. So hold on till I